ฮัลโหล నాకు అక్కడి నుంచి సౌండ్ లేదు.
Sir, please mute your audio, sir.
Shall we start?
Yes, sir. I request all the attendees, please switch on your video, sir. Turn on your video. Yes. Good morning, one and all. This is Sriram Sharma, Assistant Professor in Electrical and Electronics Engineering Department. Our beloved Principal, Dr. D. Hanumantrao Garu, Vice Principal, Dr. Venugopal Garu, HOD Triple Dr. G. Ravindranath Garu, HOD Mechanical, Dr. M.V. Kishore Garu, HOD ECE, Dr. N. Srinivasa Rao Garu, Professor in ECE, Dr. Sushant Babu Garu, today's speaker, Director to SkillShark EduTech, Mr. Asher Ahmed, my dear colleagues and students. Once again, very good morning, one and all. I, on behalf of Electrical and Electronics Engineering, Mechanical Engineering, Electronics and Communication Engineering departments, welcome you all to the orientation program on bridging the skill gap, fostering skills, innovation, and employability by SkillShark EduTech in association with Institution Innovation Council MECS and IEI student chapters. We are very glad to inform you that Matrusri Engineering College signed MoU with SkillShark EduTech for technology-based skill development education. Matrusri Engineering College always strive to give the best to the students. As part of skill development and employability, our college, under the esteemed guidance of our dynamic principal, Dr. D. Hanumantrao Garu, have taken a great initiative to establish Center of Excellence in Electric Vehicles. It's a great move and another feather added to the MECS crown. Now, I request our beloved principal, sir, to address the attendees on this occasion.
So, thank you, sir, Mr. Sharma. Good morning to all. Representatives from SkillShark, Vice Principal, HODs, and all are my colleagues and the students who are watching the program through online through YouTube streaming. In fact, this actually we thought of having this in the college itself. Want to conduct this such kind of program from long back. We are waiting from last 2 months. First of all, I would like to thank Mr. Sharma for all the coordination with Mrs. SkillShark people for making this happen. And I think around 1 month back, when we started going to the college, we had an MoU with them. And their main strength is electric vehicle technology, adaptation to the existing vehicles as well as development and research in EV, that is electric vehicle technologies. So nowadays we all know that electric vehicle technology is an upcoming thing. Even Telangana state government is also giving certain subsidies and all. So we thought that we will be beneficial by establishing a center of excellence with the assistance of SkillShark people. This definitely give an exposure to the faculty as well as students also. And the government is also planning to establish certain electric charging stations across twin cities and certain maintenance things also. The automobile workshop scenario also changes. So definitely we can also extend training to the technicians for the outstation or outside participants in collaboration with some of the major automobile vendors. So keeping all this, we started a small beginning. I hope today's seminar definitely gives some kind of an insight. And at the same time, the SkillShark people, they're also going to conduct some value addition courses, faculty as well as students also, with a nominal fee on all these EV technologies and its implementation. So definitely in the coming months, we will host certain programs like this, and hopefully the things becomes normal. Immediately we'll also establish a center of excellence there, wherein certain equipment and all those things are going to be procured. The management is also ready to invest in this direction. So thank the SkillShark people for making initiative. Definitely whatever the support is required will extend from the college point of view, as well as students also request whenever such kind of a programs are declared in collaboration with SkillShark. So please be participate actively and get benefited. Okay, so thank you one and all, and hope this as an advance program on occasion of the Engineers Day. So with this, I thank one and all. Thank you. Sharma. Yes, Mr. Sharma.
Yeah, yes, sir. Thank you, sir, for your continuous support and encouragement for the welfare of students as well as college. Now, I request Mr. Ashar Ahmed, Director, SkillShark EduTech, to address the participants with his presentation. I request the participants to post their questions and doubts in the chat so that he will interact at the end of the session. Thank you.
Very good morning to all. I hope everyone is doing well and safe. So, first of all, I would like to thank Matrusri Engineering College for taking this step and making a great initiative in terms of skill-based education and fostering skills, innovation, and employability, and contributing to whole e-mobility nation of Government of India. So, and thank you all to all the participants, those who are attending, and faculty coordinators, those who coordinated for bringing this event, to a reality. So, during our interaction, if you have any question and all, you can definitely post it on, the chat box of YouTube, the participants, those who are watching through live streaming. And if possible, Mr. Sharma can, read out those questions for us so that we can easily coordinate. So let's start. The main intention or the main agenda of today's program is, how skills, innovation, and employability can contribute to development of our country.
Ashar sir.
So as yeah.
Ashar sir, one announcement. You can turn off your video, sir. Other attendees, you can turn off your video. HODs.
Yes. So let me start then.
Yes, sir. You can start, sir.
Yeah. So, there's huge need of skills, innovation, and employability in our education system, in our industry, academia, environment, and all these things. So, today's orientation program gives us complete understanding about why we need skills, innovation, and employability in coming time, and how our MoU with Matrusri Engineering College will help us in fostering skills, innovation, and employability. So without any further delay, let me quickly start. So when we say about our country, India, all right. So in India, we have huge population. We have huge population, and everyone, they tell that. So as we are densely populated, we have so much population. So it is difficult to penetrate some kind of technology or some kind of awareness or education thing and all. So if we compare the population, all right, if we compare the population, the current population of India is, you can easily estimate, in crores we have population, and 138 approximately. So with this highly populated country, right, we can take our, what we can say, the ground roots, or our way of growth, or our way of acceleration in a particular direction. Because you see, if we take this advantage of population what we have, in terms of converting this thing as an opportunity to upskill people, to guide people in terms of developing some innovations and moving ahead with the wave of technology. So in spite of our high population, we have very, very unique thing or positive thing. So what is that? So that's our young country. So as a India, we are young country. The median age in India is 28.4 years. So as a in overall, we are a young country. We have youth with us, those who are having ability to learn, relearn, like to learn various skills, to innovate things, and to contribute to the development of our nation. So that's the beauty of India, that we have. We are a young country. We have huge potential in coming time. How we are directing our the skills and our knowledge and our contribution to the country. Another thing, our youth, as I said, our youth can be a clear advantage for India in coming time as a bright future for our nation, right? So if we look about the scenario of engineering and technology in India is very much well known, and everyone is aware about this. So we have around 10,000 plus engineering colleges in India, engineering colleges, engineering institutes in India, those who are offering different the different courses on mechanical, electrical, electronics, and various multiple disciplines of engineering and technology. If you look at the number of students that are graduating every year from these institutes are around 1.5 million engineers. They graduate every year. And if you look at the number of people, number of students, those who are getting placed in a particular core industry or industry of their interest, so we can find very few of them are getting placed in industry they want. So here, when we say about engineering and technology, definitely institutes, engineering colleges, faculties, all they contribute to these things. But the main thing that we are lacking is not unemployment, is unemployability. We don't have employability skills. If our students have a required set of skill set that is required to get into any industry, then definitely our engineering and technology wing or engineering and technology vertical of our nation will be seeing a great future ahead. So yeah, that's thing about the engineering and technology scenario here in India. So if we want to create an impact, if as an engineer, if you want to create an impact and make our nation as a Atmanirbhar Bharat, that is vision of our Prime Minister, and if we want to head towards this thing, then we have to assess ourselves. We need to realize that we have to acquire skills, we have to work on innovation so that we can get necessary employability skills. So that's how we can create an impact. And as Matrusri Engineering College, already they initiated this initiative of technology-based skill development and technology-based education. So students can get benefit out of it. Those students who will be taking admission in the college or those students who are already part of the college can benefit out of the various activities, various things that are happening, so as to foster your skills, innovation, and employability. So let's start the whole idea about the today's program, and what is the agenda of this MOU. So why we have signed the MOU, and what benefit students, because at the end of the day, it's about what students can gain, what knowledge sharing part they can gain, what they can actually acquire and learn and relearn. So the whole concept of this program and the MOU is to foster skills, innovation, and employability. So we are glad to say that recently, as Sharma sir already told and the principals are also informed, so we have signed an MOU with Matrusri Engineering College to foster skills, innovation, and employability. And we will be executing series of programs under this, and we are having plan of establishing center of excellence, so that can be a source of attraction as well as a source of learning, demonstration, research, and development for all the faculties and students, those who will be those who are part of Matrusri Engineering College. So our MOU mainly focuses on skill and technology awareness. See, when we say about a particular technology, I don't know how many of you are aware about 5G technology, 6G technology, the various the technologies that are coming in today's time. So if we look at just a smartphone, so there are so many features. You see, there is a GPS technology here incorporated in this mobile phone. There is accelerometer. So there are so many the technologies involved in this. So if we start exploring these technology, then we can definitely work on further improvising the technology and innovating something, inventing something, developing something new that can create an impact and that can benefit the society as well as the whole technology environment of the world. So skills and technology awareness is very, very important, and that is the first main focus area of our MOU with Matrusri Engineering College. Then the second thing is skill development part. So when we say skill development is a very key role, like that that is there in development of the nation as well as the development of various technology. So taking or putting or penetrating the technology through education system, so that students get aware about that, faculties get aware about that, and they start working on various innovations in that particular technology. So skill development plays a crucial and important role in development of the technology and development of the country. The third thing is faculty development. So there are so many things that we need to upskill, that we need to share with the faculties also the real-time scenario of the industries, the knowledge sharing part and all these things. So that will be done under faculty development. And the fourth and the what we can say, the beauty of this MOU is the center of excellence. So center of excellence can be a source of learning, demonstration, research and development for the faculties, for students, as well as the people, those who are around your campus arena or campus area. They can come, learn, they can develop something of their own, they can contribute in overall growth of skills and knowledge. So, and the next thing is to accelerate skills and foster employability. So we will be coordinating with your institutes in order to bring out some kind of assistance in placement, as well as internship opportunities and various other career building opportunities that can be executed. And we'll try to what we can say, we'll try to have some kind of international exposure too, so that international experts, they can visit, they can actually have interaction with students of Matrusri Engineering College to share their knowledge part, their expertise and their development and technology scenario. So now I think we can I will ask few of the questions to you people, and you can respond in the chat box of our live streaming, and I will try to interact with you through that, and we'll quickly understand few of the things so that we can assess ourselves. So I hope you people will respond in the chat box. Okay, so let me quickly ask. The first thing is, how many of you people are aware about Jones? How many students are aware about Jones? Yes? There is a quantity in engineering called Jones. How many of you are aware about that? You can respond in the chat box, live chat box of YouTube.
You please continue, sir. So still some people are joining.
Okay. So, when we say about this Jones, so we have few quantities. We have few quantities like distance, speed, acceleration, like that. So I know very few people are aware about the quantity called Jones and how it functions, what is the role, and what is the significance of it. So we have distance. If you take the derivative of distance, we get velocity. If you take the derivative of we get, if you have distance or displacement, if we take the derivative, we get speed or velocity. And if we again take the derivative of speed and velocity, speed or velocity, we get acceleration. And if we take the derivative of acceleration, we get a quantity called jerk. And if we take the derivative of jerk again, we get a quantity called Jones, right? So the reason of stating, or the reason of telling about this quantity called Jones is to make students aware that there is huge scope, all right, in terms of learning the upcoming thing or the new thing. See, we have studied or we have learned till distance, displacement, speed, velocity, acceleration. But we as the engineering student, or we as the engineering enthusiast, or we as the engineers, we must have crave for learning what is next, how we can learn the next thing, what is the next development that will happen. Similarly, when we see in our mobile phone and all, when one version comes, we wait for the second version, we wait for the third version, we wait for the fourth version. Similar way, we should have crave, we should have that kind of interest for learning what is the next way of technology, what is the next thing that will come, or that will be getting developed in coming time, something like that. And the second question that I would like to have, or I would like to get your insights and inputs is the fifth state of matter. The fifth state of matter, right? So we have studied few of the quantities, like we have majorly three states of matter, right? So solid, liquid, gas we have. Then there comes the fourth state. The fourth state is the plasma state, and after that comes the fifth state of matter, right? Bose-Einstein condensed state. So like that, we should have our knowledge about our surrounding, what is happening in engineering and technology in our surrounding, what developments are happening, what kind of what we can say progress is happening in our society and in our surrounding with regards to our discipline of engineering and technology and science and technology. So another thing is, how many of you are aware about split phase motor? How many of you are aware about split phase motor? So split phase motor, all right. So this kind of motor, they find a huge application in and around us. They find a huge application in and around us. So if we take the a few of the drilling machines, or the majorly the air conditioning part, our AC. So the split phase motor are having huge application advantage and usage in our ACs. So when we use AC, see, everyone use AC, correct? In every home nowadays, you can find AC. So when we use AC, we must actually understand as an engineer how it functions. So what are the key components of AC? How it functions? What is the functionality? What is the principle? All this. So that's how we are trying to aware students. We are trying to mentor student, guide students, so that they can understand the things. They can understand the engineering part behind everything they come across. So this is about split phase motor. So another thing that may attract mechanical engineers, So how do train takes a turn, like how train takes a turn. When we say in case of our car, we have differential, right? We have differential. We have a system to provide variable speed to the wheels. We have system to provide variable speed to the two wheels, right? So that's how the rear wheels, when they get a different speed and they travel a different distance, and we can actually take a turn. But how do trains turn? Like in reality, if we see here in this picture also, you can see there is a curvature here. There is a curvature here. There is a turn here. So when we say about train, we have to understand how the train actually takes a turn. So there is engineering behind that. And if someone can comment in the chat box how train takes a turn, that will be very glad, right? So anyhow, I will tell you. So here, in terms of trains, the train can easily take a turn or in the curvature area or on curvature rails because of the structure of the wheels of the train. So the conical or the cone shaped structure that the wheels of the train they have, because of that the train actually takes a turn, right? So, and train doesn't use, the train is not having a differential module just like our car, or in our car we have differential and all these things. But because of the shape of the wheels of the train, it can easily take a turn, right? So the next thing is about how does Google Map predict the traffic. You see, EC student and EEE student can contribute in the chat box if they know about the traffic prediction by the Google Maps. So Google Maps, it can predict the traffic based on the number of Android users, like the phone users, right? The phone users in a particular area. So that's how there are so many things. There are so many things in and around us that we can understand, we can learn the technology, we can understand the engineering behind it, and we can apply and our skills and our knowledge in contributing or in developing something innovative that can benefit, that get benefit. All right. So you, as a student, you can take some innovative projects, you can work on some ideas and all, and your institute, Matrusri Engineering College, is having a good vision in order to guide you, mentor you, and take you to the such a level that you can empower more people. You can empower more people. So I hope these questions that we that we saw recently, so will give you an idea why there is a need for skills, innovation, and employability fostering, right? So definitely we have to understand what is happening in our surrounding, and we have to plan accordingly how we can foster skills, innovation, and employability. So as electrical and electronics engineering discipline, as well as mechanical engineering discipline, and electronics and communication engineering discipline, computer science engineering, and various other branches that are there. Okay, so everyone is having a scope for skill development and learning the things that can benefit them. So what do we mean by skills, or what we should have as a skill? So let me tell you, when we say that we have a huge scope for skilled workforce. We have a huge scope for skilled workforce. So that defines the students or the people or the students, those who are having a proper skill set, so that they can get into the industry. They can get into the industry. So let me tell you, we have something called a particular profile for students, right? In as a electrical and electronics engineering student, I'm trying to address to the participants or the students, those who are from electrical and electronics engineering background or triple E, right? So they can have skills in terms of something like designing a motor. They can be a motor designer, they can be a battery designer, right? They can have skills related to charging station installment, solar panel installation, PCB designing, battery development, PCB development, energy storage simulation. So these are various skills or the various things in which they can acquire the skills. Because I will tell you what happens in reality when we study the 4 years of engineering. When we study the 4 years of engineering, after studying so many subjects, so many semesters, we don't know actually what kind of skill set we have, so that for what profile we can apply, So let me tell you about electric vehicle industry. The government of India, as well as Niti Aayog and other things related to the engineering and technology domain, like Department of Science and Technology, Government of India and all, are continuously planning for electric vehicle job opportunities. Even there is a blueprint ready stating 10 million, around 10 million jobs will be available. There's a blueprint ready for 10 million jobs in EV sector in coming years. So definitely, I would like to emphasize on the EV sector. So EV sector, will be requiring triple E students or electrical engineers, electronics engineers, those who are having knowledge about the battery designing, those who are having knowledge about motor designing, right? Powertrain installation. So powertrain is that consists of motor, battery, controller, wiring harness, all these things. Then solar panel installation, PCB designing, battery development, controller design and simulation, PCB development, energy storage and simulation. So there are huge, topics or huge things that you can work on and build your profile in a particular domain. So when I say about domain, so after studying your electrical and electronics engineering, okay, you can master yourself, or you can make yourself skilled in a particular domain. Like you can get into any industry as a design engineer, like designing a battery or motor, right? As a project manager for various installation like charging station, like solar panel, many things are there. Or as a product developer, so many profiles you can choose. But during the course of study, you have to understand the requirement, you have to understand the real-time industry scenario, you have to develop those skills that are required for a particular profile, and you have to acquire those skill sets. Then only you can get into a particular industry and you can sustain there. You can sustain this. So that's the overall idea about why we are stressing on the point that you have to understand what is the industry requirement. You have to develop your skills accordingly. And this MOU brings an opportunity for you people to understand what you are planning to do in the future and in your coming time, and you can plan accordingly so that you can develop your skills and get a job, or if you want to do R&D or masters, you can plan accordingly. But either if you want job also, you need a skill set. If you want to do masters also, you need skills, so that you can actually understand and learn. Understand, and there are so many people, those who are not getting placement, they are heading for masters, right? But eventually masters or the MTech or whatever MSc or MS you are doing, it requires more knowledge, patience and skill set, so that in your thesis or in your research work during your masters, you can contribute a lot to the society and the engineering world. So this is about electrical and electronics engineers or students who are studying electrical and electronics engineering. Now coming to the point of mechanical engineers, right? Mechanical engineers are also having huge scope. They are having huge scope. If I will tell you my personal experience. I see a lot of job posts even in COVID, even in this lockdown. There are so many posts on LinkedIn and other platforms stating that they require CAD modeling engineers, like those students or engineers, those who are having expertise in modeling, the designs for various products and all. Now, the key role or the key need that we need to understand is, as a mechanical engineer, after studying thermodynamic, after studying machine design, after studying the product design, after studying what we can say the or so many subjects like strength of material, right? Then fluid mechanics, all these things. After studying so many subjects and all, you have to understand that where we stand, what skill set we have. So in industry, can I contribute as a designer? Can I contribute into the manufacturing sector or composite sector or product development or automotive sector or aerospace sector or new product development, 3D printing? In what sector I can contribute? You have to assess yourself, and after assessing, you have to see in a particular sector as a design engineer what skill set you require. You should have knowledge about the tools, the software part that you will be using for designing, you will be using for modeling, and the simulation part that you will be performing. You should have knowledge about these things. And if you have knowledge about these things, then you can easily get into any design industry or any company that are having, see, every company requires design. Either if it is the mechanical oriented company or electrical oriented company, any company requires design. So we require, in coming time, we require mechatronics approach. We require multidisciplinary environment. We require students like coming together, engineers coming together, working with their expertise in whole mechatronics area, mechanical, electronics, computer science. They should have knowledge about all those sectors so that they can actually contribute in a productive and a fruitful way. Right. So this is about mechanical engineers. So in terms of skill set, if you have a skill set, definitely there will be job opportunities, career building opportunities, R&D opportunities and all. Even in Hyderabad, if I will tell you, there are few electric vehicle startups and companies, those who are recruiting. So they need particular skill set. So if you have that skill set, definitely you can find your way. Definitely you can find your way, and that's how you have to grow yourself, and you have to make yourself so that you can get a enormous number of opportunities in coming time. Coming to electronics and communication engineering, so electronics and communication, see, every department now is having huge scope in terms of the opportunities, only and only if they have the proper skill set. So there are various technologies that are trending now. Data science is trending, right? AI, ML, IoT, these things are trending now. So electronics and communication engineering students or engineers can definitely contribute in any of the sector of IoT, GPS technology, telematics, industrial electronics, power electronics, PCB development, controller development, communication technology, right? Sensors and actuators. So many things are there that we can actually learn and see how we can contribute there. So there might be another departments or other branches of engineering also that might be there. So computer science and all. So they too have so many opportunities, and what we can say, career building opportunities, learning opportunities, research opportunities, and development opportunities in coming time. So I hope we got a clarity about skills. Now we'll see how we can innovate, and what is innovation, and what can be our contribution for innovation, right? So now coming to innovation part. I was having a discussion with Sharma sir yesterday. So during the discussion, I told I informed him that there are so many opportunities for students that they can innovate. So as an electrical engineer or as a mechanical engineer, or even other students, they might be having idea about piezoelectric material. So piezoelectric material is a type of what we can say, a transducer material. So if we apply the force, or if we apply pressure or force, we can get a voltage, or we can get an output out of it. So this piezoelectric material, piezoelectric concept, we have studied in our one of the semester, right? After studying how we are applying that in real time, that plays a major role in terms of innovation. In this pandemic, many people came up with many innovations. We need to understand how, after learning a particular concept, we are applying that concept into reality, right? I will tell you few of the examples of piezoelectric material so that you people can correlate and you can think how we can definitely apply piezoelectric material. So nowadays you see many people go for some entertainment and all, some parties and all, and they dance, right? So in countries, in some European countries, even in China and other countries, there are dance floors. The students, few of the students, those who go for some entertainment platforms and all, they might be able to relate it. So there are dance floors. On those dance floors, when people dance, right, they actually exert some kind of pressure or force. Through that force, all right, through that force, if we keep the piezoelectric material below that floor or dance floor, right, we can generate a particular amount of voltage that can be used to light some LEDs there, right? And based on how many energy they are generating, how many voltage, or how many the amount of energy they are generating, the owner or the host of that platform or that party can give some kind of gifts, like you have generated some kind of energy. So something like that. There are so many applications. Even on stairs, while we climb, we can have some kind of piezoelectric material. When there will be up and down movement of the pupil, so some kind of energy can be generated. Here we need to take care of the feasibility part, how effectively we can produce energy, because there are some losses also, there are some kind of challenges while implementing the piezoelectric also. So this is one case. Another case for understanding the innovation is, many students from your college might have worked on some kind of projects, especially mechanical students. I know few of the faculties from your institute. So I hope Mr. Sampath will be there hearing us today. So they have developed some kind of projects with regards to some kind of go-karts, solar electric car and all. So in those type of vehicles, there is huge scope of innovation. Many competitions or many platforms are actually encouraging innovations, but how to innovate, it depends on the creativity level of students, right? It depends on the creativity level of students, and they can enhance their creativity by exploring their environment. So let me tell you, when we say about a particular electric bike or electric go-kart, so let's suppose your students team or student may have developed some electric bike or electric go-kart. So in that there is huge opportunity for innovation. Let's suppose there is a simple concept of load cell. Load cell is a transducer. So if load cell, if we keep or if we install the load cell below the seat of the driver of the go-kart, okay, and integrate and coordinate, or we can integrate that thing with the motor. So the motor will only start if it gets the signal from load cell. That means the motor or the vehicle will run or will start only when the driver is in the sitting position. Otherwise, the vehicle, even if you on the switch or the key, it will not start. Something like that, an innovative way of implementing the technology, implementing the learnings, implementing the concepts can be done. I hope you are able to relate it. I hope you are able to relate it, right? So the next thing that we'll see is something related to hydrophobic material. So I don't know how many of you are aware about hydrophobic material. So I got a chance to work to develop a hydrophobic film during my the research study. So here you can go and explore about hydrophobic material. So hydrophobic material is something that what we can say that is phobic to water. So hydrophobic material, something like that, the materials can be developed by engineers in coming time, depending on the application where it can where it can be applied. So let me give you an example. So hydrophobic material can be used in like in civil engineering also, in mechanical engineering also, as well as in few of the places of electronics engineering also. So we can coat the hydrophobic film on nuts and bolts, so that they can stay for a long time, they can sustain for a long time without rusting. We can apply it on some printed circuit boards, so that they will be having resistance from the water, right? So like that, hydrophobic material is there. So you can actually learn about various innovations that are concerned with your discipline, that are concerned with your area of interest and all. So I hope you got a idea about innovation part. Now we have seen skills, innovation, and now we'll head towards the employability part. And before that, we'll take a look at how automation is helping people. Nowadays, there are so many things that are getting automated, and automation. When we say about automation, it can definitely benefit many sectors, right, from transportation sector to various industries and all. You see, now there are few of the pain points, there are few of the areas which you as a student, right, you can actually contribute. I will tell you, as a electrical engineer, there is huge scope for measuring the what we can say electricity units. You see, now every month one person visits our home and they take photo of our electricity meter, and they go, and after that they note down and they might be processing the billing part. But if we can have some kind of what we can say a system or a mechanism in order to automatically acquire the data of the reading of the meter and process the things accordingly. This is one case I'm giving. Another thing is, whenever train approaches near a particular platform, before that there will be a railway crossing gate, right? So implementing in real time. So there are few concepts, there are few projects that are available in this regard, but in implementing that thing in real time with proper precision, accuracy, and a productive result is the key part. Like if train approaches to the platform, and if there is some railway crossing, so depending on the location or the GPS location of the train, the gate can get closed with some proximity and all this. So something like that, you people as a mechanical engineers, electrical engineers, electronics engineers, computer science engineers can definitely contribute in making things better. So now coming to employability part. With a small focus on employability part, we'll try to conclude the session and we'll head towards the discussion part. So there are various industries. I have listed few of the industries. Aerospace, transport, computer, telecommunication, agriculture, construction, education, pharma, food, healthcare, hospitality, entertainment, news, media, energy, manufacturing, music, mining, electronics, and worldwide. So there are so many industries that are there, and as an engineer you can definitely contribute to these industries. A mechanical engineer is required in aerospace industry also. A mechanical engineer is required for various innovations in agriculture industry also. Even you see, we as an engineer, we have contributed a lot during innovations during pandemic, right? During various innovations in the pandemic, like students and engineers have developed many robots so that they can actually do the thermal scanning, do the temperature check, and they can do the automation part for the sanitization part and all those things. So there are huge scope for employability if we have a proper skill set. So that is why without taking much of your time, I would like to say that if we acquire the skills and if we try to innovate and head towards the employability, definitely we will be having so many career building opportunities and so many opportunities in coming time, right? So with this, I think we can head for the question part, right? If students, if they are having any kind of question, they can definitely ask in the chat box.
Sir, can you throw some light on the Center of Excellence importance going to be in our college?
Sure. So when we say about Center of Excellence, so Center of Excellence will be a source of learning and research and development for all the participants. It might be engineers, faculties, or students, right? So how it will be a platform for learning for students, I would like to tell. So in our Center of Excellence, so there will be various products related to electric vehicles and other trending technologies. So let me tell you. So just imagine you have various products available with regards to e-mobility in your Center of Excellence at Matrusri: electric bicycle, electric bike, electric rickshaw, various other products of e-mobility. You can explore those things. You can dismantle. You can assemble it. You can learn the engineering behind it, and you can learn various concepts. So there are two things for each and every end. One is the concept part, and one is the project part or the hands-on learning part. So here in our Center of Excellence, we will be providing the real-time hands-on programs as well as the hands-on learning projects and exposure, plus the concept part that will be required. So under Center of Excellence, we are having plan to give a particular plan for the whole year. What are the set of activities that will be executing overall for the whole year under Center of Excellence, and how students can get benefit out of it. So you can actually work on various projects. So now what happens, I will tell you. In many engineering colleges, there are technical teams, those who participate in various events from SAE, from this and that. So they participate in various events. All right. So now coming to the point of taking or executing that project. So there are so many limitations that students they have. They have to follow that what we say particular guidelines or the rule book of the event, and there are so many what you can say challenges and restrictions and all these things. So but students when students when they are having a opportunity and a platform to work on their ideas irrespective of any restriction of competition or something like that, they can have a huge possibility and opportunity to develop something very innovative. So students and participants and the faculties can come to the center of excellence. They can work on various innovative ideas. If they want to have if they want to do some kind of contribution to the controller technology, they can do simulation or hardware development or the production of electric vehicle. So various steps in EV technology they can learn through the center of excellence. And definitely I would like to say, or I would like to highlight, right, in India we lack, in our Indian students we lack habit of documentation. We don't actually document our ideas. You see, during a course of 4 years of engineering, how many of you have published more than 10 papers, research papers? I don't think so. Very few of them will be there, right? So you can see there is huge possibility for us to document our ideas and frame them in a particular way, right? So you as a student can contribute to research publications, patents, and the various other things, right? So that's where we are actually trying to communicate this thing, that you can contribute for the overall development.
Sir, we have one question in the chat box. Sir, can you please explain how are the job prospects in the present scenario in the EV industry?
Yeah. So in EV industry, as I told, there are so many startups and companies, those who are recruiting. If you see, I will tell you a few of the posts that I saw recently. So there is one company, Sun Mobility from Bangalore. They were recruiting for interns as well as full-time job opportunities. And there are a few other startups, two-wheeler startups, even from Hyderabad. There are a few charging station companies in electric vehicle, those who are recruiting. But they require a particular skill set. So let me tell you, as an electrical engineer, if you are coming to us, if let's suppose if I am an electric vehicle company and you are coming to us as an electrical engineer, and now as a company, if I ask you what skill set you have with regards to EV technology, do you know controller designing or controller simulation part or controller development part? Now you have to assess if you have a skill set in this domain, then definitely the company will be happy to hire you, or company will be happy to get you on board. Next thing, when we say about any other discipline or any other area that we can work on, it can be something of that sort. Let's suppose if I say as a mechanical engineer. Okay, as a mechanical engineer, so are you aware about designing an electric vehicle? Because designing an electric vehicle will be having different ergonomics configuration than a petrol or diesel car or petrol or diesel vehicle. So like that, if you have a skill set, definitely there are career opportunities. As a mechanical engineer, you can contribute in CAD designing, modeling, in production, in manufacturing, in product development, new product development, you can contribute. So like that, profiles are there, right? And if you don't have a skill set, then you have to, what we can say, compromise with what you are getting. So you have to act as a marketing executive or something like that. You can join in many companies on and opportunities that you have. But just imagine what you have studied in 4 years of engineering, how you can contribute. So you can definitely contribute if you frame yourself in terms of skill set. Yes. Any other question? In the
Faculty,
chat box,
faculty in the
in the
Google Meet
chat box of YouTube,
post their post
YouTube Live,
questions.
we have got a question. Sir, can you please explain how are the job prospects in the present scenario in EV? I think we have taken the same question, right, Sharma sir?
Yes, sir. That's what.
Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Any other question from anyone?
Yeah, some of the participants sending message to me. Sir, are you going to conduct any placement drive in future in our college?
See, we will definitely would like to provide some kind of assistance in bringing some kind of placement opportunities or career building opportunities, right? So provided that you people have a proper skill set. If you have a skill set and if you have few if you have few students, those who are definitely expertise in particular domain in EV, on as a SkillShark, we can definitely recommend you to various industries that we are connected with. We are already connected with many EV foundations, electric vehicle foundations, electric vehicle associations, electric vehicle companies, startups, and forums and all. We can definitely recommend you, and we'll try to bring some kind of opportunities also, definitely. But provided that you have that kind of skill set, I will tell you there are many students, those who have worked on electric vehicle projects. They have developed some electric cars. They have developed some electric bikes as a project. But if I ask them, how to select a motor, let's suppose I have to design an electric vehicle, or if I design electric bike for a weight of 250 kg, okay, including the driver part and all. And for that purpose, what motor I should select, what controller I should select, what battery I should select, what should be the rating, all these things. So many, they don't have understanding about the fundamentals of engineering. So that's how we will be conducting programs like as I informed already to I discussed with Sharma sir. We can have few 3 days program, few 5 days program kind of thing, and even we can have some projects. See, let me share you. Let me share you. There is huge opportunity so that people can work on multiple projects. People can work on multiple projects. So let me tell you, uh, there are so many projects that can be executed. That can be executed. We are having opportunities for few projects. I will just share the screen of that particular thing. I hope you are able to see the screen.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
we have various projects. We have various projects that can be executed, and we will be happy to mentor students for executing these projects like modeling of fuel cell vehicle, modeling of hybrid vehicle, virtual projects, modeling of wind power plant and all. So definitely these kind of opportunities will benefit students in long term in acquiring their skills. And once they are ready, we would be glad to support them for any kind of placement opportunities, internship opportunities, or even for selecting a particular discipline for their masters in EV technology if they require any kind of support from us.
Sir, we have a question from Sampath sir. Can we expect students in training for competitions like SJE and all from SkillShark? If so, in what way?
Okay, so I would like to say we are already mentoring few of the student teams, those who are working on different technology and all. Okay, there is a team from VIT Vellore. There is a team from VIT Vellore, Team Rave Mechanics. All right, we are continuously interacting with them, helping them in whatever best possible means for their project. So they are actually participating in an event called MotoGP. like there's Moto student, sorry, Moto students. Many students, they might have played the game MotoGP. So on the same track that you can see in the game, in reality the event happens there. All right, I think in Spain, somewhere in Spain, I think. So there the event happens, and this team, they have already participated, and they will be participating in coming year also for that. So in terms of helping them out in energy storage, selection, and getting a proper connects for development of the battery and all those things, we are helping. So definitely, if students from Matrusri Engineering College are also planning to develop some kind of vehicle or project for any competition, we would be glad to help them out in design part, in development part, in whatever way they need our mentorship. We can definitely help them out.
Sir, we have one question in the chat box.
Yeah.
Sir, where we can learn battery designing and development? Could you please suggest us the website where we can start learning and gain these skills?
See, there are few of the websites, few of the videos available, few of the things available, but things are in a scattered way. So if I say if you want to learn battery design, all right, first of all, you should have a clarity about what is an electric vehicle, what are the different types of electric vehicle, battery electric vehicle, hybrid electric vehicle, plug-in hybrid electric vehicle, what is the energy consumption in all these three types of vehicle, what is the role of energy storage system, what are the different battery chemistries. Then if you start designing the battery, then it will make more sense. We have few programs, all right, on 3 days, 5 days dedicated program on energy storage system design and simulation. We can definitely update you whenever we are conducting a program, or even if college, many students are interested, we can host the program in association with your college itself, so that students can get benefited out of it.
Yeah, we have another question. Sir, any other options and sources for us to update and improve our skills online on this field these days?
See, there are many platforms. Okay, you can just search about the ways how you can the online courses and all. I myself, I have published an article, unlock your skills, with the name Unlock Your Skills in this lockdown. So unlocking your skills on this topic. So there are so many platforms available on internet where you can do multiple online courses. Some courses are free, some courses are paid and all. You can definitely do, and you can do follow us on LinkedIn. We have one article published, and you can go through that, the various means how you can upskill yourself. All right. But when you are coming to us, or when you are attending any of our program, we will definitely ensure that we have a huge what we can say scope for a complete understanding and learning. So the channel on which you are watching the live streaming in YouTube, okay, in that channel itself, we have posted few of our previous program videos and participants feedback and all. You can just go through those videos also. We were having one participant from Welltech. We were having one participant in our last program of EV engineering from Welltech, and he was doing MTech in EV technology only. That is offered by Welltech in association with ARAI. So he told us in the feedback itself that we got to learn so many productive things that he was not aware about, the calculation part, the design part, and selection of the component part. So definitely, even if one day program, some awareness program as well as program, we can coordinate to discuss what are the ways to learn.
Srinivas sir, mute your audio. Yes, sir. We have
Any other question, sir?
Yeah, we have another question. Do the electric cars lose charge when parked, and for how long the battery lasts?
Yeah. See, when we are charging, okay, so there's a process of charging that will happen. All right. So in energy storage device of battery, and there is something associated with battery called self-discharge rate. Self-discharge rate. So depending on that self-discharge rate, the battery may drain or may discharge. So if the battery is like, if we take an example of lead acid battery and all, so those battery are having what we can say self-discharge rate of rapid discharge. All right. Whereas when we talk about lithium-ion batteries and other titanium batteries and different battery technologies or chemistries that we have, those batteries are having a good what we can say acquisition of charge, good acquisition of charge. So in that case, even if we keep the car after charging 100%, if we keep the charge for 5 days or 1 week, okay, there will be only slight drop in the voltage or charging level.
Yes, sir. Previous questions posted by Krishna Bhashwant, Manikiran, Vinay Kumar Yadav, and Bapu Reddy. And anyway, Sampath sir asked. Now, a question from Anil Kumar, our faculty member. Sir, can we have knowledge on autonomous vehicles and their control using artificial intelligence? Sir, can we solve any IEEE papers during our journey so that it helps a lot, sir?
Definitely. See, autonomous vehicle, all right, I will share with you. Autonomous vehicle is something, that is the future. So I don't know how many of you are aware, there is something called, CASE, Connected Autonomous Shared Electric. CASE, Connected Autonomous Shared Electric Mobility. So this case mobility, it actually gives us understanding and gives us insight about what is this the upcoming future of technology and all. So we recently had an interaction with one US media platform, all right, Roads, Rails and Rides with Jeb Morris. All right. So in that we discussed improving employment possibilities through electric vehicles, and electric vehicle, autonomous vehicle, and future of transportation was one of the part that I discussed there. So definitely we have our vision for autonomous vehicle. We can work on autonomous vehicle concept. We can try to develop some prototype also in your campus, and we can actually integrate many other technologies of artificial intelligence there, some kind of telematics, GPS technology, and we can integrate many other features too.
Any questions from participants side, even in the YouTube chat or Google Meet? You are welcome. People in the Google Meet can ask the question by unmuting their audio.
I'm V. Nageshwara from Mechanical Engineering Department. I already displayed my question in the chat box, but I would like to ask it directly. How many standard established companies like BHEL or some other companies, standard companies, are interested or involved in the skill development of present day engineering students?
See, when we say about a particular industry, all right, it can be BHEL or any other industry or company that are dealing with engineering, technology, and all these things. So when they expect some workforce to join them, when they expect workforce to join them, so they expect that the workforce that is joining them are having a particular knowledge and experience in their field. You see, now the companies, they don't want the headache of training the students after recruiting them. Now you see few of the companies like even TCS and other companies, they are making students undergo the training or the internship in their 8th semester itself, so that just after completing their BTech, they can get into the field or get into the project or get into the industry. Similarly, the the companies or the industries involved with automotive sector or any other sector or electrical sector or something like that, they also want their employees or the workforce that is joining them to have a skill set, to have knowledge, and to have a complete what you can say training experience, so that they can work on things. So definitely companies are interested in training their already what you can say existing workforce and the workforce that is joining them. We have one of our associated person, Mr. Raj Gopal is there. All right, he is having a huge experience in working with BHEL, and I think he is currently serving as a chairman or some position with the IEEE Hyderabad section. So whenever I used to have a word with him, he used to tell me that there is huge scope for upskilling of existing workforce, as well as upskilling of the workforce that will be joining the industry in coming time.
Thank you.
Sir, any questions from the participants? Ravindranath sir? Sir, Ravindranath sir. Unmute your audio, sir.
I don't.
Yeah, you just turned on your video. That's why.
Okay.
Anyway, we have enough discussion with the SkillShark, sir. We have clarified all the doubts. Okay. Yes, sir. If there are no other questions, anyway, we are going to have a better association in future with SkillShark. This is just a beginning, and definitely there will be more problems and solutions from the SkillShark. We are going to execute all those. We are going to have solutions for that. Now, I want to come to the conclusion of this session. Thank you, Ashar Ahmed sir, for readily accepting our invitation and spending your valuable time for the benefit of our students and faculty. I wish the present students are fortunate enough to utilize the fruits of SkillShark initiatives at our campus. Now I request Dr. Nokal Srinivasarao Garu, HOD EC Department, to propose vote of thanks. Sir, please turn on your video, sir. Srinivas sir and Ashar sir.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon, everybody. And it is a wonderful session explained starting from fundamentals to applications, including implementation and skill development. I will brief you few minutes what the journey, how it was went on. And the Ashok sir from SkillShark educated everybody, including faculty, student members and professors, based on the questionnaire and based on their mindset in terms of technological developments and various engineering applications related to electrical engineering, electrical vehicles, and communication engineering, and the material science, and engineering applications as on today, railway tracking system and railway locomotive, how it is coming to the platform via sensor networks, and Google Map recording the traffic jam, etc., and design of a battery, electrical vehicle, and PCB design, charge station, electric car explained very neatly, and various international MOUs also projected for future roadmap, and incubation center and R&D center to be established to impart the training in terms of ECE, EEE, and mechanical not only, but also integrated version as a part of skill development, including hydrophobia system, hydraulic system, and fuel cell, and aerodynamics, communication engineering, and electric vehicles, solar cell implementation as a major or design projects. That also thrown some light, and many other skill development opportunities and roadmap also thrown some light. And especially I special thanks to everyone in terms of educating us in 3D axis, that is innovation. What do you mean by innovation? Also explained using a live example, piezoelectric material and a dancing platform, using which that pressure applied on the dancing platform, below which piezoelectric cell produces transducer as a non-electrical quantity into electrical quantity, explained thoroughly. That impresses a lot everybody. And load cell concept is for mechanical engineering, though electronics related, and solar energy car also explained thoroughly, and huge scope of innovation is there. And transducer engineering also applicable, hydrophobic material, the material which is phobic to water, etc. And automation. What do you mean by automation? Also, here Ashok sir thrown some light very intelligently, and through GPS how the locomotive approaches the platform and halts, and how it takes a turning with respect to thermal sensors, etc. Employability, definitely, if students and everybody participated collectively and integrated outcome, we can expect next 2 years, including the drones and autonomous vehicles as a transport media for next 10 years. Even in India, Amazon already incorporated. So the last but not least is employability and center of excellence opportunities, in which majority of us posed some questions and answered very well for development of the skill using innovativeness and opportunities, as well as present day scenario technological advancements also thrown some light. I thank each and everybody who involved in this, right from top management, principal garu, HODs, students, faculty members, and SkillShark, entire management of SkillShark, and representatives, CEOs, and Ashok sir for valuable guidance and sparing their valuable time to educate all of us in a technical way and more interesting way. Thank you one and all for giving me this opportunity, and thanks one and all those who are indirectly, directly involved and make this grand success. Thank you one and all.
Thank you, sir. SkillShark people already, they have collaboration with Africa, EV for Africa, and they are starting one unit in US also. We are very glad to know that. And they have conducted many programs with SRM University and other reputed universities. We wish our Matrusri Engineering College becomes a hub for the innovation as well as technological developments in future. And in association with SkillShark, definitely we'll make our college as a landmark for all the upcoming activities as well as consultation works. Thank you, Asher sir.
Definitely. Thank you, Matrusri Engineering College and Education Society, and the management and the coordinators, those who coordinated for this program, and yeah, thank you all, and thank you for all the participants for sparing their valuable time in this weekend. And I wish all the best, all the very best to all the participants. Always think, people say that think out of the box, correct? Many people, they say that think out of the box. We would like to say that think there is no box, think there is no box, think there is no limitation, and in a world full of fish, be a shark, and do try to learn new things, innovate, and contribute to the society and the nation development.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Shall we wind up?
Like and subscribe the channels for upcoming news, innovations, and things with related to EV and other training technologies. I think we can conclude the session. Sharma sir?
Yes, yes, sir. We can conclude, sir.